What's going on, B1 family? It's your boy Big Vic. Welcome back to My Black Universe. We back in with another one. You guys know I'm still moving, so we got to do this angle where I record on the phone and sync the audios and I don't want you to see this craziness behind me. But good news, we've got approved for a spot. Just gotta get the truck, load it up, make our way down, make our way up there rather, and then man, be ready to start our work day, work week. So super excited, ready to do that. But I got to feed the B1 family. Shout out to everybody who like the Bushmeat Chronicles, man. Show some more love. I need to see maybe 500 views. Share it out. 500 views and a gang of likes, and I'll do episode 2. And I'm just gonna jump around from continent to continent, country to country, state to state. You know what I'm saying? All these other groups that we talking about, and showing, hey, so you can go and reference, say, hey, this is what y'all eat today, not 100 years ago, not 50 years ago, today. But let's get into the B1 streets on TikTok and a little bit of IG. And I just let this be mixed up. I didn't try to go through and sort it out. So we just gotta be FBA quick with it. You know what I mean?
Is it me, or has there been like an increase of black people dying at the hands of their white significant others? And then shortly after they death, some weird self-hating anti-black woman, anti-black male posts resurfaced that they made. All of you divestors and incels, God is making an example out of y'all. Y'all better be safe, for real. I don't think God is for the gender wars. I genuinely believe that each race is beautiful and special in their own way. So when you have a race of men and women who are super duper antagonistic against each other, y'all be pissing God off. It's one
Mhm.
thing to have a preference, but it's another thing to be legitimately racist against people of your own race. Legit hateful towards the opposite sex within your own race. Okay, y'all won't listen to me. Gonna end up like Tubbo Reckons.
I don't think you can be racist. Get your own race. That's not how that works. I think we use that term so much that a lot of the newer cats using it, the new people, younger folk, don't know the meaning. Now, you can be prejudiced. You can prejudge your own people. You can have vitriol towards your own people. You can have despite towards your own people, but you can't be racist. But I get what she's saying, like, this whole, yeah, I can't do the black women thing, or I can't do black men. Then you go get with somebody, particularly somebody palm color, somebody white, and they violate you, and then we're not celebrate, we don't celebrate it, but there's a lot of us who are ambivalent to it. We're like, no, it sucks. We're not throwing a cape on. You can't sit there and talk bad about us and talk down on us, and then all of a sudden, hey man, hey, my brother got killed, but he said we should all be brought in front of a fire squad. So no, we not finna have that energy.
Say, Democrats, stay your dumb ass over there and sing that fucking song over there, bitch. All that dumb ass shit. Come to find out, the Democrats and the motherfucking people, the man that's speaking for Canada, are the only two motherfuckers that don't want to be the 51st state. These people are about to leave Canada right fucking now to go talk to the president, ask for the people.
Well, there's a group of Albertans that are working together right now to put together a delegation to go to Washington to talk to the Trump administration about Alberta petitioning for U.S. statehood. It's quite evident that we're being governed by idiots in Ottawa who don't understand that we can't afford a trade war with our largest trading partner. And rather than simply apologizing to President Trump for not meeting our NATO commitments and not adequately securing our border, apparently the Trudeau government has decided to declare a trade war and run up trillions of dollars in costs like they did during COVID on a made-up emergency. So
it ain't hard to see who really hate this fucking country. It ain't hard. Just the fucking liberals. They don't want to see America do great, but they need to see Ukraine, Mexico, and Canada do great.
They was giving a lot of money to everybody else. Little one, I'm recording. I'm recording. Thanks, son. They was recording my son streaming earlier. He get it. He get it. Canada vying for U.S. statehood? That's gonna be. I'm concerned because you notice anything that's Canadian American dollar. I mean Canadian dollars or CAD. Every like okay, so there's a group called Throttle House. It's a Brit dude and a Canadian white dude, and they were talking about the Escalade ESVV, like the big body, the new one, 2025. It look, I ain't gonna lie, the looks nice. I don't know if I know I care about that long ass dash that if it breaks, it's probably gonna cost about 10 grand to buy and 15 grand to fix. I don't care for that, but it's a V8 SUV. Wife, we need room for the kids. 628 horsepower, something like that. So they were saying that vehicle, the way they had it, was $163,000 USD, but like 200 something thousand dollars CAD. And I'm like, how's that gonna work? Like, what do we? Because you can't just dissolve Canada's like. I don't know. I don't know. You guys who are in the political sphere, political economics, and all that stuff like that, y'all break that down in the comments. Because, sheesh.
Having a Diet Coke fountain drink. It's my treat. I don't have it too often. So update regarding the whole situation with the will, my stepfather's trust, and the property that he left me in Washington, D.C. My mother, Marsha Ridley, aka Miss, she thinks she's above the law. Her and her accountant, Ibrahim Karoma, CPA, who is a HUD employee by day, have taken my address in Washington, D.C. and registered it as a business. In Washington, D.C., you have to be the registered owner, lawful owner of a property to register it as a business. In D.C., whether you're filing a court case or registering a business, at these places, the clerks, the burden is not on them to cross-reference check with the D.C. Office of Tax and Revenue, who is the actual owner. The burden comes on the person who's impacted, me, to get lawyers to litigate, and I can afford no lawyers, and prove that this person committed an illegal act. Again, so I've started to get all these mailers at my house from different banks addressed to Marsha Ridley, my mother, and Mr. Karoma, saying congratulations on your new business. And again, Mr. Ibrahim Karoma is a HUD employee, U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, and I've contacted the Inspector General at HUD to report him engaging in this fraud. I've also updated the DC courts where my mom is trying to battle me for a house that isn't even lawfully hers. I let Judge Edelman know that, you know, she, again, here it is, she does not own the house, it's on the screen. The trust owns the house, and that's where my stepfather left me this house, and she has taken my address to register it as a business. I don't know if this is some stupid legal strategy or something like that, but my mom really thinks that she is above the law. And Mom, you need to, trust me, I have no feelings for your ass, but you need to stop. You are not built for jail. I know you from Deanwood, but you damn near 70 years old, and those girls in jail would mop the floor with you because you know you're going to be in there. I live in Mitchellville, I drive a Maserati. Yeah, okay. Mom, I'm telling you, you gotta stop it.
Mom don't look FBA, do she? And notice she got a Nigerian to help her. And there's a reason why dad left the trust in the daughter's name. Family. So I live in Texas, about to move to Tennessee. These liberal states have some of the jacked up, most jankiest laws ever. Like California, you can't, somebody run up in your home, you all but can do nothing. You almost beholden to let them rob you or have their way with you. And then you got to file paperwork and stuff like that, man. You be careful. If you in these states, these weird states with these janky laws, you should know it, and you should know how to shore yourself up as much as possible. Granted, something always gonna slip through the cracks, but like something like this, have to deal with this, and you ain't got the money for lawyers. And mom's were like, he ain't gonna leave me nothing. I'll find a workaround. And Buddy's a HUD employee by day, CPA by night, no picture. It's like a scam to me. But then he is Nigerian.
Okay, so basically when I was 14 years old, I was living with my grandparents, and we were kind of poor or whatever. So I remember this one man that would always come around. Was this white guy named Stephen Patton. He was like big in construction in the area. He was like building this small town with a population of 400. He was like building these big giant mansions and stuff like that. But every time he came around my grandfather, and let me tell you, they're old school. My grandparents are old school, but that does not excuse them from what they did to me. So every time he would come around my grandfather then would make me go over there and talk to this man, and I'm like really, really shy, and I don't want to talk to this man. He's a grown man. I just want to be a kid. I want to play in the dirt and climb trees and stuff like that. But
as you should.
So they made a deal. The guy that was 20 years older than me, so he was like 34 years old, and I was like 14. And my grandparents, they made a deal with this man that this man was going to take me away and do whatever he was going to do with me, and I would live with him, and they would receive payments from him. So he was paying off their mortgage, their property taxes, and dust force, like all of that stuff. And I remember coming to my grandmother one day, like telling her all the horrible things that this man was making me do. I was sleeping in the bed with this man. This man was having nasty time with me and everything, and I'm 14 years old. So she looks me in my eye and she's like, oh, it's for the best, you know, you're gonna
Recognize what that says. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. That's not a you can't find a neighborhood that's all FBA that's gonna let something like that rock. First off, I went to nosy. Sisters, I had to, gotta read the mail. Y'all way too nosy. Why that little girl over there with that man? Girl, you see that? Y'all cannot like each other. But y'all not gonna see that and not say nothing. I didn't talk to you. And we like, talk what I didn't do. That little girl will be going with that grown man. At first, I'm like, oh, shit. Hey, man. Yeah, my wife told me, all right. Clack, clack. And we have a night talk. A talk at night. And that is all. We not letting that ride. It's for the best. What? I told y'all before. The lady next door on my granny. I'm gonna share I'm gonna try to remember to share the card for the video when I went to my old neighborhood when I was from 25 years ago. The lady next door, I always try to think, why don't you come over? You should come over sometime. You should come over to our house. Come over to our house. I would always ask my granny, and she wouldn't let me. Now that I'm grown, I realize that woman's gonna try to molest me. She's gonna try to get me naked, start touching on me, have me touch on her. Let me see if I can. Cause see, her boy was sweeter than. Now that I look back, her boy was sweeter than berry meat. I recognize because he's my age, he's my size. I was skinny back then. I wasn't always fat. Come on now. And so we just playing. We were playing rough house and playing the tree. Now I think about it, I was like, yo, he was kind of. His wrist was a little tender wristed. And she was always trying to get me in the house. I'm like, because I'm a kid. Kids don't think like that. This idea, they're older, their bodies develop. I don't think like that. I'm thinking I'm gonna get over there and play with him. Okay, he probably got a PlayStation or something. What he didn't have PlayStation now back then. This is way before PlayStation. I'm telling my age. He probably had Super Nintendo, something like that. Oh, okay, cool. That's my thought, and I honestly believe. Rest in peace to my grandmother, Juanita Faye Owens. That woman's gonna try to molest me, try to groom me. I believe that to this day. So I know this ain't our community. This ain't our neighborhood. This ain't our culture. And my grandmother was from Hay Pearl, Texas. That's some foreigners.
How to get through this without crying? I can't make no fucking promises. If you are a mom, if you're a dad, a grandparent, a guardian, the rich fucking auntie, and there's a kid in your life that has a cell phone, do the fucking phone checks. Do the fucking phone checks. In particular, we're looking for an app called Zepto. It is spelled Zepeto. There's a private message feature that is allowed on this app. This app is advertised to 12 plus, but there are people on this app that are 20 and 30 and 40 years old that are befriending our babies. and the conversation is inappropriate, and there's no restrictions on sending phone numbers or emails or addresses on this app, do the fucking phone checks. Do them. Look for this app and take it off the fucking phone now. Even if it looks like there's no inappropriate conversations right now, you don't want to find out later that there are. Take it off.
My children don't have phones. My son, he's about to be 13. They bad enough on tablets, being on tablets all day. We had to constantly talk to them, make sure they're not getting that's another thing, just talking to your children often. Hey man, who y'all talking to on the chat? What's going on? Oh, it's just my friend from school. Okay, what y'all talking about? Yeah, looking at this, yeah, look like you can. So let me say this: even on YouTube's real bad about this. It'll be supposed to be YouTube Kids, and they'll have Minecraft or Roblox or whatever on there, but the track that's playing in the background is a bunch of grown folk cussing, talking crazy, talking nasty. That's why when our children they're swiping on the reels, I'm listening in to what they're doing. You don't just turn a deaf ear to it. You listen in. Whoa, what is that? No, I'll swipe off that. That's grown folk conversation. They ain't supposed to be on there. So I can believe that this app is set up for pedophiles to run rampant. Family, that's supposed to be a phone. I don't know. It's supposed to be a kid's phone. It's supposed to keep them from that. I don't know. I don't know if you got to do their phone playing whatever. But yeah, I would check that out for the family if the family really want it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta run up the numbers for brother. Run the numbers and then I'll look at it and see what it's doing. But really, putting parental controls, putting stuff on there like when my daughter's on there because of a certain time. My boys, they set their stuff up before I got a hold to it. But I go through. You gotta go through. You gotta see it. Got all the emails set up to where I have access to them. So I'm on phone. I look. What you trying to log into what's the name for? It's 8 o'clock in the morning. What you doing? You have to do those things. I'm sorry. If you are anti-technology, you're setting your children up you set them up for fail. You can set them up to be kidnapped, raped, molested, organ harvesting. You got a young, healthy black child, and you're not checking their device. They get snatched up, and then you find their body without everything on the inside. Quit being lazy. Quit being lazy.
Grits and Ass Podcast did it again. I'm listening in. I caught it early this time. Folks gonna say, Black people's revolution is us loving. Love is the revolution for us. Bloodshed is their version of a revolution, baby. And if that don't perfectly depict where we are right now, you don't see black people ain't getting dragged at no town hall meeting. We ain't doing no protesting. We ain't doing no wrestling. This ain't none of that. I always tell you, I'm not necessarily for black unity because it's too much colorism, texturism, featureism. It's too much for me to get y'all unified.
That's another groups. And right now we're on a delineation tour. Rightfully so. Now that we've been on a delineation tour, so I know what I don't hear a lot of, well, you light skin, you dark skin, I don't really hear a lot of that. When you trying to see your character, or you a coon. Step and fetch it, Sambo, Buck Broken, Bed Winch, Bed Buck, Uncle Tom. What we're trying to see, are you going to help further our progress or hinder it? Because we delineate and we've been pushing out all the toxins and impurities of black empowerment out of our circle. So I love that. So I hear what she's trying to say, but I think she's from the islands. Based on the phenotype and the dress and stuff like that, I think she's from the islands. She might be Jamaican.
So I just, like Dr.
or Haitian.
Umar said, I'm gonna have to leave some of y'all behind for good. So I just advance with the people that they get me. You know what I'm saying? But to see where we are and to see how the revolution is not moving forward because ain't no bloodshed, All that man be talking.
So we understand that that's how the dominant society rolls. Now, we've done that before. That's how I just want another reason why I think she's not FBA. Because we have been, those of us who are in the know have been updated and had our files updated to understand that, no, we got buck over these years. It wasn't, we didn't just wait and just get beat on and my folks feel, oh, I hit you upside the head, you bleeding. Let me do something for you. No, it was like, nah, we believe in our get back. We believe in getting our lick back. However, we have more so lately been practicing a level of decorum. Doesn't mean we can't turn that switch on. And if we are going to do something like that, we're not going to say nothing crazy and put it online for them to know. That's real agent-like behavior. We're not going to do that.
Come on, more knots. Make it. Hold on. Give me one. Let me go through right here. All right, mom. Make that shit tight. You supposed to been going through. Come on.
No, you gotta make it tight. Nah, you should make it. You make Come on, cut tight as fuck. Come on, Kyle. What? Go get her.
If you, a young lady who swears by sexy red, I know where you are in life, and I'm okay with leaving you there. I'm saying from a dating standpoint, I'm just saying I'm trying to make sure going forward, I have people in my network that are moving forward, credible, with skill sets that are going to push the envelope and help push each other. We're going to push each other. Because while we are fighting for reparations, we're not going to sit around and wait for them to do what they need to do. We're going to keep building. We've never been to people like that. We're going to sit there and wait and, oh, Lord, I hope they get it for us soon. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. No, we're going to keep building. The strength of our hands, the strength of our minds, we're going to keep building and keep going hard. They're going to give it to us, but we're going to keep building at the same time, which also means we're going to be ready for it when we receive it. See, a lot of us that want to sit in our hands, we're not ready for it when we receive it. You're not going to do nothing but squander because you don't have nothing to put it into. Someone's going to have businesses. Someone's going to be employees who are like, you know what? I like what I do, but let me invest in this company. I know it's going to blow up. And so you're a partner in the company, but you still work, what you do. You still make good money doing that, but you also partner, so you get the dividend checks. A lot of us going to make great moves. And we're going to set our families up, the futures up properly. We're going to make sure they have a library. Hey, you need to study. This is part of the family's code. Study the history so you don't repeat it. Hey, this sounds familiar. We doing stuff, it seems familiar. Let's go back to the history. Let's go back to the family library, the archives. Oh, we finna mess up and give away something that we ain't gonna be able to get back for another 300-400 years if we keep going in this direction. Let's put a pause on that. Let's rework the plan, and then we move forward.
And you slick from Atlanta.
Yeah, I am from Atlanta. Yeah, I'm from Atlanta.
A lot of people don't really correlate that.
Yeah. Because in my culture, you're not really from where you're born.
Got it.
You from where your parents from.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I might, you know what I'm saying? But I was born here.
But you were born here?
Yeah, man. Northside Hospital, man. And all my kids were born there, too.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, man.
Real ATL.
Real ATL. I'm from Atlanta. My kids from Atlanta. All that. All my brothers and sisters all born in Atlanta. My mom went to Clark. My dad went to
Wow.
My dad went to Kentucky. My bad. My mom went to Clark.
Your mom went to Clark. We gotta get some snaps for that, man. That was a big deal.
He let you know. He definitely let me know. I remember when him and Chris Brown, they had a studio session. He was a song, and he was
in the background
to the records, and I heard his single. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "Where you from?" I was like, "I'm from Atlanta." He was like, "I'm from Atlanta too."
Hey, that was a fun night, man.
Like we say, cosplaying. They want to dip and dive in and out of cultures. We don't do that. First off, we don't want to do it. And second off, there's no need for us to do it. We have no desire. We don't get jealous or envious of other cultures. We celebrate others. If you notice, we're the only people who can celebrate another person's culture. Like, oh, they jamming. It'd be Latino music. We don't be understanding nothing they saying, but then we know we'll And we'll jam. We will celebrate other people's cultures, man, and big up, and still be like, but I don't want that. That's cool. That's your thing. You do that. But when it comes to our culture, they want to tear it down and try to reclaim it or try to force us out of it. Nah, they try to force us out of it and then claim it as their own. Our culture is the only culture people try to do that with. And we don't never hate on nobody's culture. We don't be like, hey man, y'all think y'all doing something with your Afro beat. I think we like, hey man, it's cool. It's dope. You know what I'm saying? I can't listen to Afro beats. Like 2 Afrobeat songs, and then I gotta listen to some hip hop or some R&B. But we don't never shit on any people culture, man. We big up their culture while maintaining our own, and that's the way it is. That's the way it's always been. We have never had desire or need to cosplay. Inside job. In my personal opinion, family. Let's look at this mess again, man. Let's look at this mess again. All right, you walking back. That vehicle come from right there. That means they've been watching you. Every Brinks or Loomis, any armored truck that I just had the displeasure of being around, they always got their head on a swivel. Always. They always looking. Always looking. You ain't got no situation awareness. Now watch when you notice the vehicle pulling up on them. Man, I'll speak for the ones in Texas. They gonna have that. They hand be right there next to that dang that Thule boy. You pull it like that, and I see you, and I don't immediately switch to grabbing, drop that bag to grab that thing. Like, hey, get up off. Come on now. You looking and following them. If you ain't grab that gun, you cannot be a driver if you can't be cleared for a firearm. Because they know there's money involved. They know that you're gonna get robbed. You stop, you wait for him to come out, look what he looks in, opens the door all the way up. And then Buddy quote messages him. Family, I think that was an inside job, personally. Personally, I think that was an inside job. Because, man, if it's that easy, I need. Nah, I wouldn't do it. That's fair time. They catch your ass. That's it. You going away for double digits. 20 years, 30 years plus.
Yo, I'm at South Park right now. At work. The building on fire. And I can't get out. It's getting harder and harder for them to see us. We're gonna have to stand out here, man. See. The building on fire, I'm trapped inside, me and my man. Ah! Help! Ah! Yo, this building is on fire. I'm at work. Somebody send help. We're at South Park. Help!
2 black men. Usually, my dad, he's a journeyman plumber. Typically, the foreman, unless you go off and dip off and you trying to hide from from work. But if you're on the work site, the foreman knows where you're at. The foreman has to know where you're at so you take count of the hours. Because, see, with the contract, they give you so much money up front to do the job. Now, things change. You might let them know, hey, this is what happened. But typically, that's the reason why a lot of bills, when they happen, they like happen fast. You're like, dang. Because there's so much planning to see how much money it's going to cost to get this done. And the foreman understands that if we can get this done under budget, we can get a big old bonus afterward. If we can get this done faster than predicted and under budget, there's a big old bonus. So they have to know where you at. That's why if you're at the bull corner, they quick to let you go. Hey, because you messing with the money. We talking tens of thousands of dollars of budget of a bonus that they can receive, and you finna mess that up. You're not that important when it's all said and done. Not for that. We finna get paid. We finna get broke off. So this happening and these brothers, I'm tenfold kufi on that. Tenfold kufi.
See, you brought your homeboys with you. The old culture cheat code. Scorekeeper. She just one life.
I cried we watching that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. As a black man in America, I cried. And I didn't just shed a little tear. Like, I really wept. My God has had to rub my back. Man at the Garden is a song about arriving, being at the pinnacle, being in a position where you can put people on, where you step fully into your power. You can now take care of your friends and family and your community. Man at the Garden is saying, I've arrived. Samuel Jackson said, no, you didn't. It's like a constant reminder that no matter what you do, the odds are stacked against you being a black man in America. And not just a black man, a black woman as well, but being black in America. The odds be stacked against you. The moment Barack Obama was sworn in, they started deducting on live TV. Putting it on live TV, deducting one life, deduct one life. You feel me? So much so that we had to say, Black Lives Matter, damn. I wept for all of them. I wept for the fact that it could have been me just 6 months ago, out playing at the park with my daughter, and a pig put a firearm in my face. That's why I wept. And in 2024, the numbers was the highest. And how many people didn't even have firearms? Oh God, this is why I wept. This is why I wept. And don't come in my comments with that nonsense. We all know what I'm talking about.
Problem. Said it was the highest in 2024. Biden administration started taking off under Obama. Liberals, Democrats. That's why we let them crash and burn. Anti-black hate crime bill and reparations. You ain't talking about that, we ain't talking.
Pike extra sloppy. Don't I love my vegetable, extra cheese and broccoli? Don't young lay like the kick it like karate? Don't I be with J Money serving everybody? Man! Up the Magic City throwing up the profit. Ain't me until taking off like a...
Let's go back and look at this. I'm not coming down on this brother, but this says this is why giving credit is important. No, you need to make sure you have your ish together. I did it in the last video with our sister Angie Stone, and rest in peace to the young brother, Give Money, little Ronnie, who they found one of the cats. He was in Livingston, Texas, which is about 4 hours away from Fort Worth, and the other cat went ahead and turned himself in. So they both of the suspects are caught. When it comes to this, if you are signing a record deal and you're using their lawyers, Murray talked about this, the lawyers work for them. They're going to put a lot of legalese in there. It's going to sound real good. but it's gonna put everything in their favor. You have to have your own lawyer. We saw with Sahai. Sahai was, man, I signed the boot, which is Akon's brother. Give him a run around. All your royalties and publishing, he take it from you. All the percentages. Now you struggling. I don't think Sahai's had another album. No, he hasn't. He did a concert. So it was a Big Crit did a concert. Forever's a mighty long time, and it was supposed to have Rhapsody. She didn't come to Fort Worth. She didn't come to the DFW. I was a little salty. Sahai and Crit was the headliner. And it was a dope concert, dope experience. That's 2017. Hey, you're an artist though. 8 years ago. 8 years ago. Man, don't let nobody make you feel good. Like, man, I'm gonna do this. No, that paperwork. The devil is always in the details. Paperwork. Your paperwork gotta be straight. Media base. Illuminate. ASCAP. Song Trust. Song Exchange. ECO. Electronic Copyright Office. All right, that makes sure your issue straight. You get credited for your sounds and your songs and your writings. ASCAP, you get credited as a composer. I wrote this. Song Trust. Hey, I'm on the song. I might not be on it, but I'm featured on the song. Your distributor. You know, if you sign to a label, man, it can get tricky. You're not gonna get the super exposure if you got the machine behind you. Once you get the dope ass, music videos, stuff like that, but you ain't gonna get jerked. If you're a hot artist, Big X Plug, from what I understand, he's using United Masters. 1.5 billion streams worldwide. He owned. Now, if he does sign a deal, and since he's been doing it by himself, he probably gonna look at the deal different and move a little different and be like, okay, well, this is what I want to do. I don't want to do that much money. Well, y'all hit me. We got $1 million for you, $2 million for you, but you end up paying him $10 million back, and you asked out. He not gonna probably do nothing like that. He probably gonna do a smaller deal. I'll take a couple $100,000 and then just use that to do, a video or whatever, and then just take that to the next level. So, family, not let nobody mess you or your family. Or you got a cousin, you got a nephew or whatever trying to get on, send that clip. Illuminate. They need to know what that is. They need to know what media base is. They need to know what sound exchange is. They need to know. They probably know what the DSP is because they probably use one. ASCAP or BMI and Song Trust. They need to know what that is.
I'm just. See any good bikes here, man?
You know, I was thinking about one of them for my girl. She
Yeah.
A little small.
Oh, your little girl? Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Hey, don't do that fake shit with me, bro.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm just. I'm just playing. Okay. Okay. You got me good. Okay. I know, you got me good. Okay. My bad. I'm good.
Nah, fuck all that. I need y'all to get up here to Walmart real quick. We gonna teach these niggas a lesson, bro. Hey, bring all the guys. Bring all of them. Bring everybody right now, bro. Y'all know who I am, bro.
Some of us are tired, y'all. These little pranks, black, white, Asians, man, don't matter. Y'all coming in, touching people, sneezing them, calling them. What's one dude's like? Reach up and grab me that one on top there, boy. And he like a down south country hick. A lot of this ain't worth your health. All right, none of it is, honestly. Leave folk alone. Leave folk alone.
Oh. I have never wanted the internet to internet so bad in my life. This is the unmasked face of one of the neo
freaking Nazis that came to Lincoln Heights, Ohio. Now you can see the neos in the background with their mask on. But for some strange reason, the police department was so pressured to release the body cam. Even in the video, the police say cover your face up. But there's a screenshot of him right here, and I'm just gonna sit back. Even if you don't know who this guy is, just like the post, favor, and share, and just let it do what it gonna do. I want this. I don't give a fuck about nothing else right now, but making sure this gets to the right person. I want to know who you are, where you from, who your baby mama is, what school you went to, so we can know what neighborhood is producing these neo-Nazis. You, sir, if you are great and you are amazing in the comments, I need you to zoom the fuck in. These motherfuckers, what tripped me out is I thought the Neos beef was with the Jews. What the fuck did the Negroes come in y'all mission statement? That's what tripped me out. I want to know who you are. So internet, I need you to internet, okay? Now they dropped the link of all the body cam from the police officers of the day the neo-Nazis got there, but I can't watch it because it's like the link reset every 7 seconds. But if you want it, I can send you the link. Let me know. Y'all can watch all this shit. I'm trying to watch it myself, but it keep cutting off. But in conclusion,
It's intentional.
whoever the fuck this is, somebody do your cyber skills. Do your AI work. I don't give a fuck what you gotta do. I don't care if it even come from my post. You can repost it, take the credit. I just want to know. Just at least tag me in the comments so I can come to that post so I can find out for myself who the fuck is he, so we can find out who is they for fucking with we. Okay? Why do you want to get rid of the Negroes? What do? We ain't got shit to do with y'all mission statement. Last time I checked, but oh boy, it's gonna bring me so much joy if somebody really finds out who this is. I will promote you, whoever it is. Just drop the names, the locations, all that shit. All right, y'all. Internet, get to interneting. Oh, bye-bye.
Told y'all, you need to invest in them action cameras. See the quality of the video, the camera, the still. If my understanding, they record, I think, up to 3. They pre-record and they officially record. So they always record up to 3. It's like 3 minutes ahead, and then they record what's going on. That's from my understanding. I might be wrong. The times might be off, but yeah.
2, 3.
You can talk about the pit, barbecue. The band was jumping. The people too, they're doing the mess around.
Yeah.
They're doing the mess around.
Ray was crazy. Ray was something else. Ray was an independent film, so it didn't have a studio. As a matter of fact, the guy who paid for it, his name was Phil Anschutz. He's a devout Christian. He says, I'll do the movie, but the drugs bothered him. He didn't like the fact that Ray was doing drugs. So if you could put the redemptive quality, I will give you the money. But he gave us half the money first, just to get us started. Phil Anschutz comes to New Orleans to check on his investment. So we recreated the Sanger Theater, 1967. This isn't in the movie. We got a 30-piece orchestra there. And when Phil Anschutz walks in, we're gonna do a song to show him, you know. So he's literally transported back in the 1967. He walks in, they hit me, and we do Let the Good Times Roll. So when he walked in, hey y'all, tell everybody, Ray Charles in town. Got $1.25, and I'm just ready to clown. Don't let nobody play me cheap. I got 50 cents more than I'm planning to keep. Now let the good times roll. Band, shine, shine out, oh baby. And it's like the roof came off. And then I said, I'm not gonna break character, just walk me over to Phil Anschutz. So they walked me over to Phil and she was like, I said, hey man, somebody told me the money bags was here, man. We needed a couple of more dollars, man. And then he wrote the check.
That's one talented brother. Fame's no bunny chaser, but that's one talented brother. That film is over 20 years old, and that has been his best performance to date. FBA, we don't play. All right, family. That is it for this one, this segment. Like I said, if you like the Bushmeat Chronicles, go run it up, go share it. Share this also. YouTube is actually, I'm pretty sure the channel banned me because I'm not even cracking 300 views on videos now. So do that for your boy, and we'll get more out to you. Like I said, we're actually going to move. I'm going to try to do these shorter ones just so I can keep engaging you guys. And then once we get settled in on stuff like that, we'll go back to the normal lengthy ones that you guys like to listen to. And with that being said, remember, peace and Black empowerment.